pussy where the blood thinner, juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger, only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he'll be out right at the 35. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good.
First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Lindsay. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try to run with Lindsay, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Phillip Lindsay, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 21, Broncos nothing. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Up 2nd and
3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Rolling to his right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Really been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Carl Lawson, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, they'll throw. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now here's Mahomes.
29-yard
screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 28.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They're going option play on 3rd down. A quick toss outright. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
And 1.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At the 40.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 7-yard line.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
On the coverage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Intercepted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And some room to work. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Now a carry for Lindsey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Mahomes.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's brought down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Chiefs 31, Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the 1st touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down.
And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll find Lindsey here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Try and run for it with Lindsey. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. On fourth down, here's the option. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And 9.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down.
Hard to have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to and my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
33-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Up 3rd and 4.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That goes for a gain of 31. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Lindsey on the toss left, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Broncos. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.